Craner, Parker, and Tayo on defense. Thompson and Schneider. For Plattsburgh on defense, we've got Eric Reed along with Connor Dufresne. Off the face-off, puck comes to Skoski on the wing. He dumps it, and Leary has to make a save. Puck in the Massena zone. Parker gets a piece of it, can't find the handle. It goes in the corner, and Parker comes back for it. Swipes it around the boards, meant for Schneider. Here's a shot knocked down in front. And Kevin Craner picks up the loose puck and starts behind his own net. Here's Craner breaking out for the Massena Red Raiders. Kevin Craner across the blue line, fakes the shot, tries to slide it through, poke checked away, and the puck dumped to the corner and slides out to center ice. Picked up, dumps it. Leary has to make another long-range save, and the puck slides to Parker. Parker to Craner. Craner just dumps it to an open wing. Tayo racing for it, but goaltender Miller out of his net. Here's Tayo shooting at the open net. He hit it on the side. And the puck comes around the boards in behind the net. And defenseman Eric Reed after it. Reed for Plattsburgh. Long headman pass, doesn't get it out. Here's Adams' shot, deflected wide by Tayo. Puck now in the right corner. Johnson after it as Massena changes lines. And Plattsburgh dumps the puck down the ice. And icing will be the call against Plattsburgh and move the face-off back into Plattsburgh zone. So far, a rather slow start here in the first period. Massena-Plattsburgh, no score. We played 1 minute 5 seconds in period number 1. So we've got the Pat Tracy line out there, and Mark Jolin centering. Here's Faucher's shot, is gloved. It's off the net, though, but the save, or the glove, is made, and the faceoff will come to the left side once again. Okay, what do we have here? We have got Pat Tracy taking the faceoff. Here's the face-off, puck bouncing around, goes to Mike Adams, his drive, and a kick save made by Jason Miller. Miller, of course, as we mentioned before, is a very good goaltender. And the puck goes just wide again, and a good opportunity for Massena right there. Now the puck comes to the side of the net. Miller sticks it in the corner. Around the boards it goes. Mike Dubray. Dubray trying to clear the zone, gets it ahead. It goes to Rasko. Rasko forecheck, puck in behind the net. Faucher picks it up. Here's Faucher looking to center it, but it's poke checked down the ice. And I do believe we're going to have another icing call against the Massena Red Raiders. Or I should say against the Plattsburgh High School Hornets. And that'll move the faceoff back into their zone. Massena will make another line change, and Jake Morris coming out to take the faceoff for the Raiders. Morris will be out there along with, let's see here, Eric Wiley and Scott McCracken. Nope, that's Bigelow. Jeff Bigelow, the other winger. Okay. Here's the face-off. Puck goes to Wiley. His shot knocked down by the defense, Connor Dufresne. In is Bigelow behind the net, trying to get it to Wiley. Puck tied up in the boards, kicking it around. Wiley and Bigelow. Wiley gets it to Morris. Morris' shot is gloved. That was off net as well. And holding on will be Jason Miller for another face-off. Face-off will be in the circle. Plattsburgh zone to the left side of goaltender Miller. And once again, it's going to be Jake Morris taking the draw. Off the face-off, Bigelow can't get the shot off. Wiley comes up with the puck, drops it back to the point. Schneider's shot through traffic is wide. Puck bounces back to the other point. Here's Thompson feeding it into the corner. After it, Wiley. Wiley gets taken into the boards, gets the puck free, though. Morris trying to center it, but it's picked up there by Plattsburgh and out to center ice. Racing for it, Wiley. Now Morris comes back, has it stick checked away from him. Bucci after it there. Throws a check. Thompson knocks him over. And Wiley headmans it off the boards. Here comes Jake with a puck. He's got Bigelow trying to slide it to him. But breaking up the play is Brian Cashman. He starts back the other way. Cashman being forechecked by Bigelow. Manages to poke check it out to center ice. It's dumped down the ice and into Massena zone. Icing is waved off. And Mike Adams picking up the loose puck starting out. Headman goes to Parker. Massena with the first line out there again. Parker stepping by a check into the corner. Leaves for Tayo. Jeff with the puck now behind the net. From left to right, circles back the other way, trying to center. He had Craner in the slot. It's knocked away by the defense. Puck comes free in the corner. After it there is Mark Jolin. Can't clear the zone. Kept in by Adams. Whoops, it came out, back in again. And offsides will be called against the Massena Red Raiders. We're down to 11:53 left to go here. Period number 1. Still no score in the hockey game. Craner will face it off against Jolin off the draw. Puck comes to Tayo. Tayo trying to stick handle it through traffic. Poke checked away. Back in the Massena zone. Chris Sidden racing back for it. Siddon picking it up off the boards. Goes to Adams. Adams' headman doesn't get it out of the zone. Right back in the corner it goes. Siddon picking it up again behind his own net. Looks up. Trying to headman it. Knocked down. Has to come back for it. Here's Siddon in the corner being forechecked. Goes over to Adams' left side. Mike starts out. He feeds Craner. Craner, whoa, it jumped under his stick. Goes to the Plattsburgh blue line. Bouncing around there. And it goes to Tayo. Tayo at his own blue line. Headman, Craner. Craner steps by one. Here comes Craner in the zone. Drop pass back to the point. Siddon. Siddon goes to Adams. Adams in the corner. Tayo. Tayo in the circle trying to knock it through, but the defenseman breaking the play up. And the puck, that's Joel Chase dumping it down the ice. And the face-off will be called, or the icing, with a face-off moving back in Plattsburgh territory. We played 4 minutes in the first period, 11 left, and it's still 0-0. Pat Tracy's line back out from Massena. Tracy, Fauché, and Johnson. Thompson playing 1 point along with Schneider to Johnson. Johnson fakes the shot to the slot. The shot right on. And the rebound save made by Jason Miller. Puck comes back. Kept in at the point by Schneider. Now Fauché throws a check. Trying to move it along the boards through traffic. Back to the point. We have a whistle. We're going to have what? A hit from behind? Apparently there's going to be a penalty against Massena. That penalty coming at 4:15 of the period. And Fauché goes off for a hit from behind. So Massena killing a penalty here as the puck comes back into Plattsburgh territory. Eric Reed with it behind the net. Reed's going to leave it. Picking it up is Cashman. Cashman headman pass comes out to center ice. Schneider intercepts, dumps it back into Plattsburgh territory. After it is Johnson, poke checked away. Back to center ice, Pat Tracy picking it up. Tracy dumps to an open wing. Puck bounces free, and the Hornets circle back and try to get something going. That's Eric Reed. Reed going to Dufresne. Dufresne dumping it to center ice. Intercepted Johnson. Johnson in his own end now, just wasting time. Circling. Drop pass goes to Thompson. Thompson goes to Schneider, and Schneider just directs it out to center ice. Leaves it for Johnson. Johnson to Schneider. He lifts it high in the air, back in Plattsburgh territory. 40 seconds left in the penalty. Here comes Plattsburgh into the Massena zone. They dump it in the corner. Shot right on. Leary makes the save. In behind the net tile, picking up the puck. Dumping it down the ice it goes. And Massena making some penalty killing changes as Craner comes out, along with Tayo, Siddon, and Adams. Puck goes to Chris Siddon at the Massena blue line, dumps it right back in Plattsburgh territory. About 10 seconds left in the man advantage for the Hornets as they clear it out to center ice. Puck taken away by Tayo, dumped right back in the Plattsburgh zone. Here come the Hornets again, dumping it. Mike Dubray right back out to center ice to Craner. Craner in through some traffic. He's got it, gets by one, picks up the puck, dumps it free to Tayo, and the penalty is up as the puck comes back to center ice. Massena back to full strength. Here comes Siddon over to Adams. He just dumps it in the zone. Around the boards it goes. After it is Tayo. Tayo trying to slide it through. Poke check by Craner, back to Tayo. Tayo right in front, sharp angle shot, the save made. Puck dumped into the corner by the defense. Craner after it. Goes back to the point. Siddon keeps it in. Trying to dump it in the slot, but it goes off a leg, and back comes Plattsburgh the other way. Here's an opportunity for the Hornets, but the puck taken away, and here comes Siddon rushing down the other end. Siddon in the corner now, looking for Craner, can't find him, and it goes back out to center ice. Puck back to Mark Jolin. Across the blue line to Bucci. His shot across the goal mouth. Back to the point. Here's the shot dumped right through the slot, but Massena clears it back to the blue line. Dubray with it. His shot right on, deflected just wide. And Siddon feeds it over on the other side. Picked up by Adams, left side. Adams, a little bit of a problem with it. Finally finds the handle, doesn't get it out. Here's an opportunity for Rasko, and he scores! As Matt Leary made the save, but dropped it in the net behind him. And Plattsburgh draws first blood here. Sean Rasko will get the goal, probably unassisted. 6 minutes and 56 seconds the time. So Rasko gets the goal and makes it 1-0 Plattsburgh. Off the faceoff. Puck back in the Massena zone. Now they move it ahead. We've got Jake Morris's line. Morris can't control it. In the zone. Plattsburgh trying to move it out of there. That was Cashman, rather. Now it's Bigelow in behind the net. Centering pass. Morris, his shot, save made by Jason Miller. Puck in behind the net now, tied up, and we'll have a face-off. Face-off will be to the right side of goaltender Jason Miller in the Plattsburgh zone. The Hornets are leading Massena on a score of 1-0. Marco Bucci will take the face-off. And it comes right in front. Bigelow, his shot knocked down by the defense. Morris in behind the net now, taken out of the play. Dufresne after, and Morris steals it. There's Jake right in front, and Bigelow couldn't find the handle. It's cleared out to center ice. Wiley picks it up. Here's Eric back the other way. Goes by a check. Here comes Wiley breaking in. Feeds it right from Morris. Shot, save. We have a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty, I believe. Picking up the assist was Brown. So Rasko from Brown, the official on that goal. And the whistle blew because of offsides. They waited a while before they called that one. So now Massena making line change as the Pat Tracy line comes out there to face it off. Off the draw. The puck comes in the zone, right back out again. Sidden throws a check. And Plattsburgh taking it in the zone. That's Mike Dahl. Dahl loses it to Johnson. Jeffrey turns it around, over skates, has to come back for it. Dumps it to Tracy at the wing. Pat gets taken into the boards. They jam at it. The puck comes back in the Massena zone. Johnson. Here's Johnson, headman pass. Fauché. Fauché ahead to Tracy. Backhands it in the zone. Puck comes free. Fauché picking it up loose. Here's Fauché, backhand right in front. Johnson, too deep. Can't get the shot off. Takes it in the corner. Johnson has it swept away, gets it back again. Here's Johnson centering right in front. Fauché can't get the shot off, and Plattsburgh comes back the other way. Dahl gets it out to center ice. Moving it down the ice into Massena zone. Mike Adams is there. Adams steps by a check, starts out. Headman goes to Fauché. Fauché hits Tracy, his center man. Tracy across the blue line, Plattsburgh zone, taking it in the corner, has it poked away. Fauché throws a check. Johnson picks up the puck. Here's Jeffrey with the puck now. Looking, goes back to the blue line, has it poked away out to center ice. And coming back for it is Adams as Massena makes a change. Adams' headman pass is going to be icing as he thought Jeff Johnson would be breaking in the zone. Jeff didn't break, and icing the call. Faceoff will move back in Massena's zone, with Plattsburgh leading the Raiders on a score of 1-0. 6:06 left in the first period. Mark Jolin out there with his line mate, Sean Rasko. And I think that's Eric Brown on the other wing. Back to the point. Puck goes in behind the net. Schneider picks it up for Massena. Over to Thompson. Thompson looking to hit it to the wing. It almost didn't get out of the zone, but here comes Craner. Craner across the blue line, poked away, gets it back again, circles it back out to the red line. Here comes Craner, splits the defense. Craner takes it in the zone, taken out of the play. The puck free, not out though, kept in by Tayo. Tayo's shot knocked down, gets it right back again. Here's Tayo, looking for somebody to pass to, trying to slide it through, gets it back again. Craner trying to go to Tayo, knocked down, and Plattsburgh ices the puck. And the whistle blows, and we'll have a face-off back in Plattsburgh territory. Still 1-0 Plattsburgh with 5:29 left to play in period number 1. The Morris line coming back out from Massena. Morris, Wiley, and Bigelow. And on defense, Sidden and Adams. And let's see, for Plattsburgh, who are we going to have out there? I'm not sure who that is taking the face-off. Off the draw, though. The puck comes to Bigelow. Weak shot right on, and Miller clears it in the corner. Racing to pick it up there is Bucci. And it's dumped down the ice again. It's not going to go far enough for icing. Sidden comes in after it and steers it into the corner. It's going to be tied up as Sidden and Skoski tied up. And we'll have a face-off in the Massena zone. 5:11 left in the first period. And the score reads 1-0 for Plattsburgh. Marco Bucci out there. Take the face-off against Jake Morris. Off the draw, Bigelow breaks out of the zone. Trying to headman, goes to Wiley. Wiley poke checked away at the blue line, comes back for it. Gets bodied into the board. Still has the puck. Jams for it with Skoski. Sidden throws a check. Morris picks up the loose puck. Ahead to Wiley. Knocked down. Back out to center ice. Adams picks it up. Dumps it to Wiley. Goes by him in the zone. Dumped right back out to center ice. Sidden with it. Loses it. Goes back in the Massena zone. Mike Adams picking it up. Here's Adams. Long head man pass on the wing. Goes for Bigelow. Too far. Dumped right back out by Plattsburgh. Adams after it. Throws a check. Wiley, headman, into the zone. Here comes Morris. Across the blue line, his drive in behind the net. The rebound comes all the way back to the point. Sidden trying to feed it through. Goes in behind the net again. Morris after it. Picked up by the defenseman, Mike Dubray, but not out of there. Here comes Johnson, who's out on the ice. Slides it through right in front. Fauché gets a shot off. Miller makes the save, and Plattsburgh ices the puck again. And the faceoff will move back in their zone with the Hornets leading Massena on a score of 1-0. A shot by Sean Rasco that Leary made the save on and dropped in behind into the net. Mark Jolin's line coming out now. Jolin out there with Rasco. And we'll pick up the other in a moment. As a shot taken right on the save. Rebound comes right in front. And it's cleared out to center ice by Eric Brown. Brown loses it to Johnson in the Massena zone. Johnson starts back the other way. Headman pass goes out, back in again. And back out again to center ice. Dumped right back in the Massena zone by Plattsburgh. Picking it up is Sidden. Here comes Chris with a puck. And there's a delay penalty to Plattsburgh. Massena controls. It goes to Fauché. Fauché, and somebody touched it for Plattsburgh. The whistle blows, and Plattsburgh picks up a penalty. So Massena will go on the power play. Coming at 11:18 in the period. And I think that's going to go against Eric Brown. Craner out there with Parker and Tayo. Sidden and Adams. Face-off will be at the red line. Out there to try to kill it off, we've got Skoski. And Connor Dufresne is out there, along with Eric Reed and Brian Cashman. Here's the official on the penalty. Interference to call on Brown. So Massena goes on the power play. 1-0 Plattsburgh leading. Massena trying to get the equalizer here on the power play. Skoski and Craner face off. Off the draw, comes back in the Massena zone, and Adams comes back for it. Dumps it around to Sidden. Sidden has a jump over his stick. Starts to move it out, has it taken away, but Craner picks up the loose puck. Here comes Craner across the blue line. Drop pass goes to Tayo. Tayo just inside. Back to Craner. Craner's drive. Miller the save, and he holds on for the face-off. Kevin Craner with a shot from the point. Miller made the save. So the face-off moves to his right. 1:07 left in the Massena power play. Off the face-off, puck back to Sidden. His shot. Kick save made. Rebound, Tayo trying to get it off. Goes through the Parker. He can't get the shot off. Dufresne can't clear the zone. Puck along the boards. Parker jams for it, comes up with it. Back to Adams at the point. Adams through to Tayo. His shot goes wide. Back to the point again. Comes to Adams. Adams trying to center it through the middle. It's knocked down and down the ice by Plattsburgh. Mike comes back for it. 39 seconds. Being forechecked. Feeds to an open wing. Craner picks it up. Here comes Craner with it, breaking in on Dufresne. Craner right in the slot. Into the corner it goes. Craner after it. Looking to center it back to Schneider. Schneider shot deflected right on. Nice glove save. Whoa! Jason Miller comes up big that time as he had Tayo right in front of him. Down to 22 seconds left in the man advantage. 2:34 in the first period. Still 1-0 Plattsburgh. Okay. Plattsburgh making a couple of changes now as Bucci comes back out there along with Joel Chase. Face off left side, Plattsburgh territory. Off the draw. Parker with it. Gets to Craner. Craner back to the point. There's Schneider. Schneider dumps to Parker in the corner. Back to Schneider. Schneider fakes the shot to Kevin Craner at the point. His shot through traffic, knocked down in front. I think he got Tayo with it in the cage. Ouch. That had to hurt just a little bit. And Jeff going over to the bench, probably seeing a few stars right now. That was a hard shot, a real bullet by Kevin Craner. And that brings it down to 6 seconds left in the Massena man advantage. And they'll come out with the Jake Morris line now. Here's the drop of the puck. Comes to Adams. Adams over to Sidden. Sidden starts it across the red line, just dumps it. Plattsburgh zone. In behind the net. After it is Bigelow. Whoa. Through a check. Puck comes free right from Morris. His shot goes wide. Bigelow again trying to center it. He's got it. Going to wrap it around the backhander. Miller makes the save. Morris again the shot. Or that's Bigelow rather. And he fired it over the net that time. Comes back to Wiley. Wiley to Sidden. Sidden trying to slide it through, but it's deflected up into the stands. And we'll have a face-off with 1:47 left in the first period. And Plattsburgh leading Massena on a 1-0 score. Face-off will be in Plattsburgh territory. And Morris's line stays out for the Red Raiders. Off the face. Puck still in the circle. Morris trying to dump it in the slot. Knocked down. He steals it again. Puck bounces back to the blue line. Bigelow keeps it in. Goes into the corner with it. Puck bouncing around the boards. Back to Adams at the point. Adams shot low and on. Save made by Miller. And we're down to 1:32 left in the first period. Still 1-0 Plattsburgh. Scoring on kind of an odd goal. Sean Rasco getting the goal from Eric Brown. Face off right side in the circle. Puck comes free right in front. Bigelow backhander save. Made the rebound. And another save. And the puck goes in behind the net. Picked up by Wiley. Wiley trying to center it. Bigelow gets knocked down by Miller. Bigelow gets up, comes away with the puck. Here's Bigelow trying to center it. Wiley can't get the shot off. Now the shot right on taken. Here's Morris back to the point. Kept in nicely by Adams. Adams in the corner. Centers it right on again. And the save made by Miller. And the puck goes up into the stands once more with 1:05. And Massena putting all kinds of pressure. But so far Jason Miller has been equal to the task. That third line doing a good job of putting pressure on Miller. Now it's Pat Tracy's line coming out from Massena. Tracy out there with Fauché and Johnson. 1:05 left. And face-off will be to the right side in the Plattsburgh zone. Jeff Tayo sitting on the bench still holding his head. So he took a shot that Kevin Craner took from the point right in the face. Fortunately, of course, there are masks, but Jeffrey is still hurting just a little bit. Okay, face-off will come right side. Tracy will take the draw for Massena. Off the face, comes to Johnson. Steps by a check. Here's Johnson, the shot. Another save by Miller. Puck in the corner. Thompson gets checked out of the play. Tracy picks up the loose puck. Thompson right in front. Shot right on. Miller, save again. And what do we have here? We got a penalty. And the penalty is going to go against Plattsburgh, and there's going to be a misconduct. Let's see here. Rob Skoski is going to go off for some sort of a minor. He's also going to get a misconduct. That penalty coming at 14:08 in the period. And Massena goes on the power play. So someone will have to go over and serve his minor. That's Zuckerman off the faceoff. Puck sitting in the circle. Fauché picks up the loose puck. Trying to get in and behind that, taken away and dumped down the ice by the Hornets. Larry stops it. Leaves it for Tracy. Pat picks up the puck. Starts out left side. Here's Tracy moving it ahead to center ice. Gets by a check. Here comes Tracy across the blue line. We have a whistle. I think we got an offsides called against Massena. Tracy took a stutter step right before he crossed the blue line, that is, and that caused the offside. And Massena will send that, let's see, what do we got coming out here? We've got Johnson, McCracken, and Parker. No. Johnson will play the wing, along with Craner and Parker. So Jeff Tayo's still hurting. So Craner will take the face-off off the draw in the zone. Craner keeps it in. Here comes Kevin with a puck in right front. Shot right on. The save made, and Jason Miller holds on again. Miller has been phenomenal here in the first period, making all kinds of saves. And we're down to 22 seconds left in the first period, a minute left in the penalty, and it's still 1-0 Plattsburgh. Connor Dufresne this time will take the face-off against Craner. Face-off left side Plattsburgh zone, off the draw. Puck comes in behind the net. Craner after it, but Plattsburgh lifts it off the ice surface, and they'll do it all over again. 1-0 Plattsburgh in the first period. Craner will draw once again against Dufresne. Off the face-off, puck comes to Parker. Can't quite get the shot off, and Plattsburgh clears it down the ice. And we are down to about 10 seconds left in the period. Sidden in behind the net, circles. Gets by a check. Starts out, 4 seconds. Massena's not going to get a shot off here before the period ends. So the first period ends with Plattsburgh in the lead. And I think everybody's pretty surprised. Eric Reed and Connor Dufresne for the Hornets. And the puck is dropped and we're underway. Puck comes to Thompson from McCracken. Thompson across the blue line, leaves it for Scotty. Scotty in the slot, can't get the shot off, and the puck controlled by the Hornets down the ice. And Leary actually has to make a save. Picking it up, here's Schneider. Schneider headman, goes to Craner. Kevin starts out from Massena. Across the blue line, splits the defense, breaks in, shot, fired it wide on the backhand. And Massena with a good opportunity. McCracken picks up the loose puck. Here's McCracken, dropping it back to the point. Thompson shoveling it in, knocked down. McCracken picks it up. Here's Scotty with it, trying to get it in behind the net. Right in front, Parker's shot, saved. The rebound back to the blue line and dumped down the ice. And the penalty is up. And icing will be the call against Plattsburgh as the penalty elapsed before they dumped it. So Massena with some good opportunities to start the period, but nothing to show for it. Kevin Craner broke through the defense, had a clean breakaway, and fired it wide on the backhand. And that doesn't happen very often. Pat Tracy and Limeate's Jeff Johnson and Jeff Fauché out there from Massena. And Mark Jolin will take the face-off for the Hornets. And they're going to have to make a change here. Okay, off the face-off, back to the point. Adams with it. Dumps it to the blue line. Massena trying to keep it in. They do. Johnson has it poke-checked out to center ice. Plattsburgh backhanding it into the Massena zone. In behind the net, it's Chris Sidden. Sidden starts out for the Raiders. Here's Sidden, headman pass, goes by Johnson, and it's dumped back to the Massena blue line. Mike Adams with it. Here's Adams waiting for his wings. Now he takes it in. Adams in the corner. He's still got the puck. Stops. Looking to pass it. Trying to go back to the point. It's intercepted, and it's dumped out to center ice. Pat Tracy has to come back for it. Tracy, in his own end, kicks it ahead. Starts to move it out. Here comes Tracy. Headman right on the stick of Fauché. Fauché splitting the defense, goes to Johnson. Johnson too deep. Circles, trying to wrap around, centering pass right in front. Fauché didn't see it, and Plattsburgh is going to ice it, but it's going to go right on Leary, and he has to make a save. Puck comes to Adams off Leary's stick. Stops behind the net, has it taken away. Gets it back again, loses it right in front. Here's an opportunity for Plattsburgh. They couldn't come up with it. And the puck free in the corner. Tracy picks it up there, starts back. Headman goes to Fauché. Jeffrey with a puck now, stepping by one check, stepping by another, has it poke-checked away at the last minute. Back out to center ice it comes. Puck along the boards, Johnson with it. Johnson loses it, controlled by Eric Brown. Brown down the ice. Dumps it in the Massena zone. We got a delayed penalty apparently. And who's it going to be? A slashing call against Massena. Jeff Johnson getting the gate. So Massena in the penalty box now. That penalty coming at 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Johnson for slashing. And Plattsburgh will go on the power play. Plattsburgh still leads it 1-0, 12:46 remaining to play in period number 2. Marco Bucci out there to take the face-off. He's out there along with Jim Chauvin, and we'll pick the other one up in a moment here as the puck comes right in front of the Massena net. Here's an opportunity for Plattsburgh. Can't find the handle. Finally, Jeff Fauché picks up the loose puck and dumps it down the ice. Good opportunity for Plattsburgh there as Massena with a little bit of a problem in their own end. Now Plattsburgh starts back. A headman pass too far. Thompson intercepts, dumps it ahead to Fauché. Fauché dipsy-doodles at the red line, drops it for Craner. Craner circling in his own end. Here's Craner with the puck now. He's just going to drive it down the ice. The puck bounces right in front of Miller. He stops, passes it ahead. Goes all the way out to center ice. Thompson at his own blue line again. Sliding it ahead. Picked up by Plattsburgh. They dump it back in the zone. Delay offside's call. Plattsburgh tags up. Fauché picks up the puck, dumps it down the ice. 35 seconds left in the penalty. Connor Dufresne with it in his own end for Plattsburgh. Dufresne, the headman pass to Brown. Brown moving it ahead. It goes to Cashman in the Massena zone. Gets by the defense, but he falls down. And Craner picking up the loose puck starts back the other way. Here comes Craner, 2-on-2 with Fauché. Craner takes it across the blue line. The big drive and the glove save made by goaltender Miller. Now Fauché goes by the puck, and Bucci picks it up. Back out to center ice. There's a shot, and it goes in behind the net as Leary got a glove on it. I think it was off net anyway. Now back the other way. Here comes Sidden. Headman pass goes by, and the penalty is up. And it goes in behind to Connor Dufresne. Dufresne's pass intercepted by Wiley. Wiley gets tied up in the corner, goes to Johnson. Johnson circling right in front now. Here's Johnson's shot, fired it just wide. Puck around the boards for Sidden. Sidden in the corner now trying to center it. Pat Tracy dumping it in front. Wiley poke checked away. Tracy takes a whack at it. They jam at it. Sidden with it. Sidden can't find the handle. Goes back to the point. Circles in the corner now. Here's Sidden centering it. Goes to Wiley. Goes by him. Back to Adams at the point. His shot knocked down in front. Miller's out of his net. But Plattsburgh clears the puck out to center ice. Down the ice it goes. Is it going to go far enough for icing? They wave it off. Adams feeding it ahead. Plattsburgh stepping in front, intercepting it right in the goal mouth. Controlled by Massena. Johnson feeding it ahead for Tracy. Tracy down the ice, takes it across. His drive is deflected up into the wall, and we'll have a face-off, probably just inside Plattsburgh territory. 10 minutes, 20 seconds left, second period. Plattsburgh still leads it 1-0. Jake Morris's line coming out there. Morris out there with Wiley and Bigelow. Adams and Sidden at the points. Cashman is out there. Marco Bucci take the face-off. Off the draw. Also out there is Jim Chauvin. Comes back to Adams at the point. His pass knocked down, and back comes Bucci. Across the blue line. Dumps it in the Massena zone. Comes to Adams. Adams slides it around the boards for Eric Wiley. Wiley can't clear the zone. Here's a shot from the point. Deflected wide. Right in front by Bucci. Puck cleared back to the point. Out to center ice. Not quite. Plattsburgh controls, goes to Bucci. Bucci in the corner. Center goes to the side of the net. Knocked down by Leary. Comes right back to Bucci. We have a whistle, and we got a penalty. Or no, the net's knocked. Okay, net off its moorings. They'll move the face-off out. That's what the official was pointing at. So they'll move the face-off outside the zone with 9:48 left in the second period. Still 1-0 Plattsburgh. Kevin Craner coming back out there with Parker and McCracken. Playing the wing for the injured Jeff Tayo. Tayo cut his ear in the first period. Craner will take the face-off against Mark Jolin. Jolin out there with Rasko and Brown. Off the face-off. Puck in the zone. Controlled by Plattsburgh. Here's a chance right in front. Big save by Leary. Backhander goes back to the blue line, not out. Puck dumped by Plattsburgh. In behind the net. They jam for it there. Puck still free. Comes side of the net. Knocked to Thompson. Thompson, headman of Parker, not out of the zone. Comes back to Thompson. Plattsburgh putting a little pressure on here. Over on the other side. Jamming for it. It comes behind the net. Thompson. And they tie it up there, and we're going to have a face-off. as Massena having a little trouble clearing their own end. Again, Craner will face it off against Jolin. 1-0 Plattsburgh leading. 9:19 left in the second period. Now Plattsburgh making a change as Dave Tremblay comes out there. Also coming out, Marco Bucci. And Joel Chase will play the other wing. We've seen all kinds of different line combinations for this Plattsburgh club. Off the faceoff, back to the point. Here's a drive, knocked down in front. And Parker picks up the loose puck. Here's Parker, across the blue line, taking it by the defense, trying to center it. McCracken gets knocked down, and the puck picked up by Jim Chauvin. Chauvin loses it, comes to Parker in the circle. He gets railed, and Plattsburgh moves it back the other way. Down the ice is Tremblay, dumps it in behind the Massena net. Tremblay trying to center it. It goes to Marco Bucci. Bucci goes all the way back to the point with it. Here's a drive from the point. Leary makes a nice save. We have a whistle. What do we got? A penalty, a holding call. And I believe, let's see who it's against. Holding is the call. Nobody has gone to the box as of yet. They haven't put it up on the board yet either. I think it's going to go against Plattsburgh, but not positive. Still waiting. Is it Tremblay? Yeah. He looks over at the referee, says, who, me? So Tremblay goes off for holding. And Massena gets a power play here. 6 minutes and 13 seconds, the time of that penalty. Tremblay for holding. Tracy out there with Johnson and Fauché. Sidden and Adams off the draw. The puck comes back to Chauvin. Chauvin dumps it into Miller, his goaltender, and he steers it in the corner. It comes to Tracy. Tracy to Fauché. Fauché circles around behind the net. Centering pass right in front. And the shot by Johnson, I guess he got a weak shot off. Jason Miller held on to it, though, makes the save. And we're down to 1:14 left in the Massena power play. And Miller makes another save. Faceoff will be to his left now in the Plattsburgh zone. Tracy will draw against two. I guess that's Joel Chase getting ready to take the faceoff. Off the face, Fauché, the drive, knocked down in front by the defenseman. Goes in the corner, Chase whacking it around the boards, and it goes all the way down the ice. And after it is Sidden. Chris Sidden with it. Behind the net now stops. Headman goes to Tracy. Tracy down the ice across the blue line. Drops it for Fauché. Fauché dumps it around the boards for Johnson. Johnson in the corner for Massena. Here's Jeffrey with a puck, steps by a check. Dumps it for Fauché. Fauché circling. Goes to Johnson right behind the net. Centering pass goes to Sidden. Off his leg. Back to Tracy at the point. Big save by Miller on the shot. And Plattsburgh controls it. Out to center ice, they move it. Bucci just dumps it down the ice. We're down to 30 seconds in the Massena power play. Massena with a good opportunity. Pat Tracy there. And the puck comes to Fauché. He can't quite control it. Gets it at the blue line, though. Johnson offsides will be the call. I don't know if that came out again, but they call the offside. And the faceoff will come outside the zone. 1-0. Plattsburgh continues to lead. A goal in the first period. The difference so far, that goal coming at 6:56 of the first period. And we're down to halfway through the hockey game almost. 7:37 left. 20 seconds left on the Massena power play. Still 1-0 for Plattsburgh. Craner out there now with McCracken and Parker. Off the face, puck in the Plattsburgh zone, and they get the handle on it, dump it down the ice. That was Eric Brown. Larry stops it, leaves it for Schneider. Massena starts back. Headman goes to Thompson. Thompson to Craner. Craner gets taken out of the play. The puck comes back in the Plattsburgh zone. They take a whack at it, not out. Kept in. Parker in the corner now. Sweeps it around behind the net for McCracken. Penalty is up. We're back to full strength. Here's McCracken. Goes to Thompson. Thompson poked away. And here comes an opportunity for Plattsburgh. The other way is Dave Tremblay. Tremblay's pass knocked down, and Craner picks it up. Craner's headman for Parker. That'll be an icing call. It's way in front of him. And down the ice it goes, and we'll move it back in the Massena zone for the faceoff. The Raiders just can't seem to get on track tonight. They've had some good opportunities, but Jason Miller so far has stoned them, and Plattsburgh leading at 1-0. Jake Morris's line out there now to face it off against Cashman. We see a different line every time down for Plattsburgh. Sidden picks up the puck off the face-off. Headman pass meant for Bigelow, knocked down in front. Bigelow gets it back again, and it goes out to center ice. Slides into the Plattsburgh zone. Picked up there on the defense by Dubray. Dubray back to the blue line, out to center ice. Morris had it, can't control it. Back the other way is Dahl, his shot right on. Save made by Leary, back to the point. Dumped in the corner. Mike Adams now picking it up. Adams starts back the other way. Headman goes to Bigelow. Bigelow trying to dump it down the ice. That's going to go right in on Miller, and he steers it into the corner. Now Bigelow after it there. Ridden into the boards, trying to center it. Bigelow side of the net, right in front. Morris the shot, saved by Miller. Puck back to the point. Adams with it. Back to Bigelow in the corner. Bigelow looks to center it, gets it right back again. Bigelow again jams for it, and the puck dumped around on the other side by Dubray. Now Wiley in the corner, throws a check, gets up again, kicks the puck. Wiley still got it, in behind the net. Here's Wiley going back to the point. Adams the drive, goes off a leg, around the boards it goes. And the puck bounces back to Sidden. Sidden can't quite handle it. It goes out to center ice. Here comes Plattsburgh into the zone. Here's a shot, saved by Leary. Knocked behind the net. Bigelow dumps it, back to the point, not out. Here's another shot, high over the glass. Wiley picking it up. And he's just going to dump it down the ice. An icing call against Massena. Plattsburgh putting on some pretty good pressure right there. I think all of a sudden they realize they can play in this game, and they're starting to play in Massena. Well, they're not doing too much right now. Tracy's line comes out from Massena, and it'll be Jolin out there, along with Brown, and who's going to play the wing this time? Rasco, I guess. Off the face-off, Thompson with it. Thompson over to Schneider. Schneider starts it out. Headman pass, Johnson. Here comes Jeffrey with a puck across the blue line. Johnson, centering pass, Fauché, the backhander, kick save by Miller. Johnson picking up the puck again. Here's Johnson through the middle, goes to Tracy, back to Johnson, but it's stick handled and dumped into the corner. Now Tracy throws it free. Johnson picking up the loose puck. Circles in front, sharp angle shot, Miller makes the save again. And Plattsburgh back to the point. Here's a shot by Schneider that's gloved, and Miller holds on for the faceoff. And we're down to 4:57 left to go in the second period. Plattsburgh still leads it 1-0. Tracy stays out there. No, I checked that. Craner coming out with McCracken and Parker. Face off in the Plattsburgh zone. Off the face. Puck comes to Parker. Poked away. Back to the point, out to center ice. And here comes Brian Cashman into the corner. Adams takes a sweep check, knocks it away. Cashman after it. And we got a penalty on Massena. Puck goes back to the point. Plattsburgh controls it. Now Massena touches. And there's the whistle. A cross check against the Raiders. And let's see, Kevin Craner gets the gate for cross-checking. And with 4:39 left in the period, Plattsburgh continues to lead 1-0. They go on the power play. 10:21 the time of that penalty. Marco Bucci out there to take the face-off. Off the draw, the puck goes down the ice. Johnson on the foot race for it. Here's Johnson after it, picks up the loose puck. Trying to center it to Fauché. Fauché gets tied up, and the puck comes free. Now Fauché trying to come up with it. Stolen away by Johnson, bounces away. Back out to center ice. We got an interference call against Plattsburgh, I believe. As Massena forced that error right there by Plattsburgh. Connor Dufresne will get the interference call. As Johnson and Fauché doing good penalty killing. 10:27 the time of that penalty. So we're skating 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders. Off the faceoff, Johnson trying to kick it through. Adams follows up, dumps it in the Plattsburgh zone. Right back to the blue line and slides down to Massena territory. Icing waved off. Chris Sidden picks it up. Here's Sidden getting taken out of the play, gets away from the check, starts back. Here's Sidden, still controlling it. Headman goes to Adams. Adams meant for Fauché, back into the Massena zone. Dumping free, but Johnson is there to pick it up. Here's Johnson by a check. Johnson and Fauché, along with Adams. Johnson drops to Fauché. Fauché to Adams, a backhander, and the save made by Miller. Oh, my goodness. Adams got a beautiful backhander off. Looked like it would go through Miller's legs, but he sat on it in time. And the faceoff will come in Plattsburgh territory. 1-0 Plattsburgh with 3:47 left in the period. 38 seconds in the Plattsburgh, or the Massena penalty, and 54 seconds in the Plattsburgh penalty. Johnson will take the faceoff for Massena. Off the draw, puck goes into the corner. Plattsburgh clears it, down the ice it goes. Here comes an opportunity for Plattsburgh's Trombley, breaking in on Leary, and he fired it over the net. Good opportunity there, partial breakaway. Puck along the boards, poked free. Sidden throws a check, goes in behind the net. Johnson comes in to help out, takes the puck. Johnson, headman goes to Fauché. Fauché breaking in. Here comes nice move by Fauché. Can't get the shot off, trying to drop to Johnson, but his poke check back to the point. Sidden pinches in, feeds Johnson, knocked away from him. Back the other way comes Plattsburgh. Down the ice, Tremblay again. The big drive. Gloved by Leary, he drops it. And we have a whistle as the net's off its moorings, and the faceoff will come in the Massena zone. So the Massena penalty is up, and Massena will have a very short 16-second power play. 3:09 left to play here in period number 2. Plattsburgh still leads 1-0. Mark Jolin will take the faceoff against Craner. Off the draw, puck comes to Thompson, out to center ice. Headman and McCracken just dumps it around the boards for Parker. Parker in the corner now, stepping by a check. Here's Parker to Thompson at the point. Thompson back in the corner, Parker. Parker, now the penalty is up. We're even to Steven, and the puck slides to the blue line. Does it go out? No, kept in by Craner. Here comes Craner, dropping it. Parker, the shot, score! Chris Parker from Kevin Craner, and Massena has finally beaten goaltender Jason Miller. A nice low shot from about 25 feet out. Beat Miller to the stick side, to the glove side, I should say, right on the ice, just inside the post. So Chris Parker gets the Massena goal from Craner at 12 minutes and 10 seconds of the period. Off the faceoff, Parker to Schneider. Schneider dumps it in behind the Plattsburgh net. Dufresne trying to clear it, doesn't get it out, kept in. Schneider feeding it to McCracken. McCracken trying to slide it through, knocked down, and Plattsburgh's going to ice the puck, and the whistle blows, and the faceoff will move back into Plattsburgh zone. So Parker from Craner at 12:10 for Massena, their first goal of the evening, and that has tied things up here. It's taken a long time to get that first goal. Jake Morris out there with Bigelow and Wiley. Bucci coming out there. Okay, face-off right side. Plattsburgh territory. Off the draw. Bigelow pokes it in behind the net. Going after it, jamming with the defenseman. Now Wiley picks it up, trying to center it. Puck goes off a body. Fed around the boards. After it is Morris. Back to the point. Here's Sidden's shot wide. Puck around to Adams at the point. Adams steps in. 1-2. His shot. Knocked down in front. Comes back to the point. Adams has to come back for it. Feeds it to Wiley. Wiley's drive. The big save. The puck down in front. And Plattsburgh clears it, but not out. Kept in. We have a whistle. And what's the call? Slashing on the goalie, I think. Bigelow? Yep, Bigelow. I didn't see that. Okay, so Massena picking up a penalty. Bigelow going off for slashing. And that penalty coming at 13:09. So Massena has to kill a penalty here. Tied at 1-1 tie with 1:51 left in the period. Off the face-off, Plattsburgh controlling the puck in their own end, starting to move it out. Comes to the blue line, goes into the Massena zone, and Tracy dumps it back out to center ice. Tracy out there with Fauché, Adams, and Sidden. Now the puck back in the Massena zone. Skoski with it. He loses it, and it's dumped back down the ice by the Red Raiders. About a minute left in the Plattsburgh man advantage. Puck comes to Skoski. Skoski circles back out to center ice to the Massena blue line. Mike Adams circles, takes it in behind his net. Here's Adams with it. Takes it. Down the ice it goes. And the puck bounces in behind the Plattsburgh cage. Miller stops it there and leaves it for Joel Chase. Chase with a puck now, 40 seconds left in the man advantage. Fauché steals the pass, takes it in the zone. Here's Fauché, the quick shot. Ooh, just wide, as that went through Miller somehow. Fauché trying to center it, but it's picked up there and out to center ice by Skoski. Now puck poked away to the blue line, dumped right back into Plattsburgh blue line. Adams after it, throws a check with a stick, and the puck circling around is Mike Dubray. Dubray dumping to an open wing. Sidden intercepts, has it poked away, comes in the Massena zone, but Adams is there. Mike with a puck now, circles behind his own net. 8 seconds left. Adams trying to clear the zone. He doesn't get it out of there, but Craner throws a wicked check. Adams picks up the loose puck, headman. Johnson, we got a 2-on-1. Johnson and Craner. Johnson brings it in, trying to center it to Craner, and the defenseman got a stick in front of it. And it's almost like he nonchalanted it. Now Craner trying to center it back to Johnson, and Plattsburgh dumps the puck down the ice, but it went off a Massena Red Raider. And with 4 seconds left, Sidden picks it up. That's going to take care of the period right there. So the Red Raiders getting the only goal in the second period. We're all tied up at a goal apiece. We played 2 periods of hockey here, about set to start here. The third period, all tied at 1 off the face. Comes to Thompson. Thompson over to Schneider. Back into the Plattsburgh zone. Dump right back to the Massena blue line. Now Thompson ahead. Pass intercepted. Back out to center ice. Now the puck dumped just across the blue line. Into the Plattsburgh zone. They dump it back out to center ice. Comes to Thompson. Thompson circling. Headman. They try to dump it in. Plattsburgh stops it. Massena having trouble getting into the zone. Finally, it comes in the corner. The Hornets try to clear it. Craner keeps it in at the point. Trying to dump it through the middle. His pass intercepted. We have a whistle, and there's going to be an interference call. And it's going to go, I believe, against Connor Dufresne of Plattsburgh. As Scotty McCracken was moving around that net, and Dufresne nailed him, and puck nowhere near him. So interference will be the call. That penalty coming early in the period at the 37-second mark, or 33-second mark, I should say. As Dufresne, now check that. Bucci is going to get the gate for interference. Wrong player, right team, and Massena goes on the power play. Oh, it was on the goalie. Oh, okay. So it's on Miller, served by Bucci. It happened right in front of the net, so Jason Miller called for interference. Off the face-off, Massena on the power play, back to the point out to center ice. Schneider picks it up there, dumps it ahead for Craner. Craner circles it back, falls down, gets up again, takes it across the blue line. Here's Craner, stopping, going in front for Johnson, knocked down, and it's dumped out to center ice. Craner loses sight of it, and Plattsburgh dumps it in the Massena zone. Picked up by Sidden, back the other way. Massena on the power play. Headman goes to Schneider. He lets it go by in the Plattsburgh zone. Dump right back out again. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson across the blue line. Drop pass to Craner. His shot wide. Back, here's the rebound. Another save by Miller. And the puck around the boards. That shot by Parker. Back to the point. Sidden dumps it in the corner for Johnson. Back to Sidden. He's at the 45. Quick wrist shot. Right on. Save made by Miller. Here's Johnson with it. Dumping it back to the point. Schneider feeds Johnson. Johnson circles it. Takes it back to the point. Fakes the shot. Goes to Sidden. Sidden decides he's not going to shoot. Takes it in. Takes a step. Goes back to Craner at the point. Back to Sidden. Sidden steps. Here's a quick wrist shot. Save made. Rebound goes wide. Puck in behind the net. Johnson loses it. Goes after it in the corner. Dumping it back to the point. Craner can't keep it in. There's a foot race for the puck. And Sidden gets there first. and they're down to 9 seconds in the penalty. Sidden circles. Headman pass goes to Schneider. Ahead to Johnson. Johnson dumps it as he wants off, and Miller has to make a save. Now Miller dumps it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against him, and we'll move it back in Plattsburgh territory. As Miller was attempting to headman, it did it a little bit too hard, and icing will be the call. So Massena unable to get a power play goal here. They had some real good opportunities, but now they come back out with Pat Tracy's line. Tracy, Fauché, and let's see here. We got McCracken playing the wing. Here's McCracken picking up the loose puck. Shot! He fired it wide. Puck goes back to the point. Adams pinches in, takes it in the corner. Here's Adams circling behind the net. Mike with the puck now. Takes it right in front. He's still got it. Where's Adams? He still has it behind the net. Nobody picks him up. He takes a sharp angle shot, and the save made by Miller. Holds on for the face-off, and will draw again in Plattsburgh territory. The Hornets come out with Marco Bucci again. Skoski will be out there, and Cashman. 1-1 tie, 12:28 left to go here in period number 3. Tracy will take the face-off. Face-off in Plattsburgh territory, off the draw. Fauché into the slot. Quick shot, save Miller. He holds on. Jeff Fauché got a good shot off, but that Miller is one heck of a goaltender, and he made a great save. So we'll do it all over again. Now Chris Sidden comes out, and Thompson goes off. So Sidden and Adams are paired now. Again, Tracy to take the face-off, off the draw. Back to the point. Sidden's shot knocked down, and it's out to center ice. Goes off Adams, right in on Massena. Goaltender, Leary. He leaves it for Adams. In behind the net, Mike picking up the puck now. Headman pass goes to Tracy. Tracy hits the winger, McCracken, across the blue line. He's got Fauché, has it poke-checked away, and it goes up into the Plattsburgh bench off a defenseman, and the face-off will come in Plattsburgh zone. That went off Eric Reed's stick up into the Plattsburgh bench. And Massena makes a line change as the Morris line comes out. Morris, Bigelow, and Wiley. And now Thompson and Schneider out to play the points. Mark Jolin will be out there to take the face-off for Plattsburgh. Jolin out there along with Rasko, and I'm not sure who the other wing is. Hard to say with this team. The puck comes through the middle. Morris takes a whack at it, can't control it. Back out to center ice. Eric Reed, his shot, and the save made by Matt Leary. Shot from just inside the blue line. Leary made the save. 11:51 left. Third period, still tied at 1. I think the people who drove down here were not expecting this close a game. To be honest with you, I was not expecting this close a game. Off the face-off, Wiley back to the point, but not out. Kept in, and around the boards it goes by Joel Chase. Now Thompson leaves it for Schneider. He starts out from Massena. Schneider breaks out to center ice, hits Wiley on the wing. Eric by a check, trying to feed it through. Hard check thrown at the point, but the puck slides back out again. It's picked up by Rasko. Into the Massena zone. Schneider there. Dumps it ahead for Bigelow. A little bit too far. Bigelow chases it down and picks it up, slides it into the corner, has it taken away, but Morris after it. Jake with a puck now, dumping it to Bigelow in the corner. Bigelow steps by a check. Here's Bigelow right in front. Morris, the shot, can't get it off. And the goaltender Miller comes out and gloves it. Jake had a beautiful opportunity, but couldn't find the handle and couldn't get the shot off. And he did tick it kind of, and it slid right on, but Miller was right there to glove it and to break that one up. And Massena makes a change as the Kevin Craner line comes back out for the Raiders. Craner, Parker, and McCracken. Jeff Tayo injured in that first period. We've not seen him since. He got a cut on the ear. Now changing as the Marco Bucci line comes back out for Plattsburgh. Bucci out there with Skoski and Eric Reed. And let's see here. Cashman's the other forward. Off the face-off. McCracken can't get the shot off. Goes back to the point, gets it back again. Quick wrister right on. Save made by Miller, and he holds on for the face-off. 11:02 left to play third period. Still 1-1. Craner again will face it off against Marco Bucci. Off the face-off, Craner back to the point. Adams shot. And the save made. And Miller leaves it. No, he's going to hold on to it. Looked like he was going to drop it behind the net, but he ended up holding on for another face-off. And we'll do it again. Miller continues to make save after save for Plattsburgh. Off the face. Here's a shot behind the net, taken by McCracken. Plattsburgh clears it, and it goes down the Massena zone, but I don't believe it's got enough gumption to get... Yeah, it does. No, they wave it off at the last minute. McCracken comes back, feeds it to Adams. Adams slides it in behind the net, dumping it for Sidden. Sidden starts out. Sidden, long head man, knocked out, kept in the zone. Sidden loses it. Poke check free, but Adams feeds it into the corner. Now poked away, out to center ice. Well, not quite out. Kept in at the point by Plattsburgh again. They move it through the middle. Here's an opportunity in front. Leary makes the save, the rebound. Puck is underneath him, and he holds on for the face-off. Massena, real sloppy play in their own end. And it almost cost him a goal right there. Nobody seemed to want to take the puck and move it out of there. And as a result, Plattsburgh with an excellent scoring opportunity. And if not for a good save by Matt Leary, it would have been a goal for Plattsburgh. Face-off will come to his left in the Massena zone as the Pat Tracy line comes out. Still tied at 1, 10:18 left to go in period number 3. Tracy will face it off against Chauvin. Off the draw, puck comes in behind the net. Schneider, headman to Johnson. Johnson trying to clear the zone, has trouble. Finally slides it out, it's dumped right back in. Comes to Schneider again. Schneider starts it, head to Johnson. Johnson feeding the winger, it's Fauché. He breaks into the zone, makes a good move, gets upended. There's going to be a tripping call. Johnson, loose puck, shot right on. Save made, and the puck poke check back out to center ice. Massena will go on the power play as Jeff Fauché caused that one. Beautiful move to get in the zone. The defenseman tripped him up, and Massena will go on the power play. Penalty coming at the 5-minute and 7-second mark, and it's going to be Joel Chase going off for tripping. And Massena on the power play. Tracy stays out there with his line mates, Johnson and Fauché. Still tied at 1 here. We're in the 3rd period. Very, very tight hockey game. Chauvin's going to take the face-off. Still waiting for the face-off. They drop it, goes back to Schneider at the point. Schneider steps it. Here's a shot right on. Miller kicks it into the corner. Pinching in is Thompson. Has it swept away, and Plattsburgh dumps it down the ice. Puck goes in behind. Leary stops it. Leaves it for Tracy. Tracy comes back. Headman pass goes to Johnson. Johnson at the red line starts to move it through. There's Johnson across the blue line. Into the corner. Johnson takes it in behind the net. Jeffrey still with the puck now. Goes to Schneider. About halfway out, back to Johnson. Johnson back to Schneider. Schneider now in the corner. In behind the net. Feeding it free. Johnson picking up the loose puck. Jeffrey with it. Steps around behind the net. Wrap around. Shot, save, and Miller holds on. And we'll face it off. Awful tough to beat a good goalie like Miller on a play like that. Now Massena making a change, coming out with Craner and Parker, Sidden, and Adams, and I think Johnson's going to stay out there. 43 seconds left in the Massena power play. 1-1 tie hockey game. Stepping into the circle, Mike Dubray. Off the face, puck back to the point. Parker picks it up, feeds it to Sidden. Sidden in the Parker. Parker steps right in front, trying to get the backhander off, can't find the handle, dumps it free. Bouncing puck goes back and out to center ice. And here's an opportunity for Plattsburgh. Breaking down is Cushman, and Craner knocks him down. and picks up the loose puck, starts back the other way. Headman goes to Parker. Parker across the blue line. Here's Parker. Drop pass to Johnson. His shot is wide. Parker trying to center it right in front. It's knocked down. Comes to Sidden. Sidden's shot. Oh, he fired it wide. Puck goes around the boards. 9 seconds in the power play. Here's Adams taking it into the corner. In behind the net. Now he circles. Adams trying to center it, knocked down. Backhander kept in by Craner. The drive, he fired it just wide. Bouncing puck high in the air goes to Sidden. Sidden feeds it into Parker. Penalty is up. We're back to equal strength. Puck goes to Sidden in the corner. Steps by a check. Parker behind the net. Here's Parker looking for somebody to pass to. He gets tied up. Puck around the boards. Craner steps in to help out. It comes free. Plattsburgh controls, and they move it out to center ice and down the ice. And that'll be an icing call against Plattsburgh. And that'll move the faceoff back. Massena with some good opportunities, but still, they can't beat Jason Miller. Only beat him once tonight, so the score is tied at 1-1. 7:50 left to go in the third period. Jake Morris is lined back out from Massena. Face-off right side. Off the draw, puck goes in behind the net. Back there's Connor Dufresne. He loses it, but coming free. It's picked up by Eric Reed. Back to the point. Thompson keeps it in. Wiley trying to get a backhander, has it swept away, and it's down the ice by Plattsburgh, knocked down by Thompson. Following it up, here comes Eric Brown, right back out to center ice off a poke check. Brown with it again, dumps to the blue line. Bigelow picks it up, dropping it back for Schneider. Schneider in behind the net, right across the goal mouth to Thompson. Ouch. Headman pass kept in there. Here's Plattsburgh with an opportunity. Poke checked away, goes out to center ice. Plattsburgh has to wait for Wings to get on side. They dump it in the zone. The offside waved off, and we have a whistle. And I'm not sure what the whistle was for. Apparently offsides. Yeah. And we're halfway through the third period, and we still have not come any closer to deciding this than from when we started. It's 1-1. Pat Tracy's line back out from Massena. And to take the face off, Jim Chauvin. Off the face, puck just inside the blue line, Jeff Johnson. Johnson circles. Headman pass. Fauché trying to knock it ahead for Tracy. It's intercepted. Goes up into the Massena bench. And we'll face it off just inside Plattsburgh zone. 7:04 left in the third period. We're still tied at 1. Again, Chauvin will take the face-off. Chauvin out there, along with Mike Dahl. Off the face, here's a shot from the point. That goes off a couple of bodies. Plattsburgh clears the zone. Down the ice it comes, Sidden picking it up. Back the other way, dumping it to an open wing, knocked back out to center ice. Tracy with it, he dumps it. Goes in behind the net. Miller stops at side of the net and leaves for the defenseman. Around the boards, kept in by Sidden. Sidden trying to feed Johnson in behind the net. Hard check thrown by Fauché, but the puck goes by him. Back to the point. Here's Adams' shot. Goes wide. Back on the other side, Sidden pinches it in, takes it behind the net, has it taken away, and Plattsburgh looking to tie it up, and it's tied up, and we'll have a face-off. And we're down to 6:26 left to go here in period number 3, when we're still tied at 1. I think both teams are getting tired, too. Craner out with McCracken and Parker. Bucci's line coming out for Plattsburgh. Bucci, Skoski, and Cashman. Face off left side, Plattsburgh zone. Here's the face. Puck dumped back to the point. Thompson keeps it in. Dumps it to an open wing. Goes in behind the net. Parker after it. Stepping by a check goes to Craner. Craner comes around, has it swept away. Dufresne back to the point, kept in. Goes to Parker. Here's Parker, side of the net now. Poked away by Dufresne again. Bounces back to the point. Taking a whack at it. It comes to Craner. Craner right in front. Here's a shot by Parker wide. Now it goes to McCracken. McCracken trying to slide it through right across the goal mouth. Goes wide. Parker picks it up. Circles. Trying to center it. Poked away. Dumps it in behind the net. Kevin Craner picking it up. Here's Craner. The wraparound. Can't get the shot off. The puck swept, but back to the point. Here's a shot by Schneider deflected. McCracken after it in the corner. He gets knocked down, tries to slide it through. Craner pokes it right on. Here's Wiley. Wiley can't get the shot. It goes right on Miller, and Massena with a beautiful opportunity. And again, they can't find the handle, as Wiley with a chance right in the slot, and he had all kinds of time, but he couldn't find the handle, and the save is made on the just a little squibbler that went on, and the faceoff will come in Plattsburgh zone with 5:32 left to go in period number 3. Now Massena will come out with a Jake Morris line now. They're in the middle of a line change when that flurry was accomplished. Off the faceoff. Puck lifted back out to center ice, and down the ice it goes. After it is Bigelow. In behind his own net. Steps by a check, loses the puck. Shot right on. Leary has to make a save. And the loose puck picked up by Adams, having trouble with it, being forechecked by Skoski. Wiley comes back to help out, tries to move it ahead, goes to Morris. He starts it ahead. Off Bigelow's skate out to center ice, dumped right back in the zone. Offsides will be called as it was touched by Eric Brown on the way out. We're down to 5:06 left to play. Period number 3, still 1-1. Face-off just outside the Massena zone, goes to Wiley. Dumped in the Massena zone. That should be an icing, but they waved it off. Adams feeding it around the boards for Bigelow. Bigelow trying to move it out of there, taken away. Now Sidden takes a whack at it. Bigelow gets up again, starts back the other way, has it taken away. They try to center it, but Sidden is there to break it up. Here comes Chris feeding Bigelow across the blue line. Bigelow trying to center it. It's intercepted and dumped around the glass by the Plattsburgh defenseman. Back to the blue line, kept in by Wiley. Wiley tries to slide it through, but it's picked up and out to center ice. Here comes Plattsburgh. Comes in the corner, deep in the Massena zone. Sidden picks it up. 4:23 left. Sidden to center ice. Across the blue line. Here comes Sidden trying to center it. And the pass deflected. And back comes Plattsburgh. Out to center ice. Here comes a sharp angle shot right across the goal mouth. Nobody there. Pat Tracy picking up the loose puck. Here's Tracy. Feeding Johnson. Oh, beautiful pass. Offsides, though. Good opportunity and a good thought, but the offsides pass will move it back from where the pass came from. And with 4:02 left to go in the third period, we are still tied at 1. This is 1340 Radio, WMSA, Massena, New York. Off the face, puck bouncing around at the red line to the Massena blue line, picked up by Thompson. Headman pass, Tracy. Tracy feeds Johnson right back out to center ice. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson whacks at it. Goes in the Plattsburgh zone. Cashman with it. Clears it out to center ice again. Thompson loses his stick. Takes a whack at it. Into the Massena zone. Here comes Plattsburgh. Centering pass goes in behind the net. They still control, though. Right in front. Knocked down. Tracy. Tracy headman out to center ice. Hard check thrown by Johnson. Puck comes free. Thompson picking it up. He loses it. It's poke check back to the Massena blue line. Picked up by Schneider. Schneider feeds Thompson. Thompson falls down, gets up to Tracy. Tracy passes to himself in the corner. Stops, has it poked away. Here's Tracy looking to tie it up. Puck slides free. Back out to the blue line and out to center ice to the Massena blue line. Adams bangs it ahead. Comes back to the Massena blue line again. Johnson, he shoots it right on. Knuckleball shot. Miller makes the save. Feeds it ahead, but not out of the zone. Now they're going to dump it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against Plattsburgh, as it was just drilled down the ice by Mike Dubray. We're down to 2:49. Still 1-1. All of a sudden, it looks like we might have a little OT. Kevin Craner's line coming out now. Craner, Parker, and McCracken. Off the face-off. Puck goes in the corner. Bouncing back to the point. Sidden. Sidden shot through traffic. Oh, just wide. Puck picked up by Parker. Here's Parker circling. Whistle. Man in the crease, I think. McCracken was in the crease. That'll move the face-off outside. Not a call you want to have get called against you when you're putting on pressure. Stay out of that crease area. So now the faceoff moves outside. Craner will draw against Bucci. 2:38 left in the third period. Off the face, puck in the Plattsburgh zone. They try to clear it. It's out to center ice. Picked up, and Parker brings it back in. There's Parker, centering pass. McCracken, he fired it wide. Had an open net to shoot at, and he mishandled it. Now back to the point. It comes to Craner. Craner trying to center it. Parker's shot knocked down. We have a whistle. I think they got McCracken in the crease again. The goaltender pushed him in the crease. But anyway, the faceoff will move outside. Whatever the case may be. And we are down to 2:18 left in period number 3. Tracy will be out there with his line mates now, Johnson and Fauché. Off the face, comes back to Thompson. Thompson over to Schneider. Schneider dumps it. Plattsburgh zone. Comes in behind the net. Miller leaving it. Around the boards. Pinching in is Schneider. Schneider centering pass. Back to the point off a leg. Kept in by Thompson. No, he didn't keep it in. And offsides will be called on Massena. .201 left to play in the third period. Still tied at 1. Okay. Plattsburgh sending another line out. The Jolin line off the faceoff. Thompson feeding to Schneider. Schneider dumps it. Plattsburgh zone. Puck around the boards. Johnson. Centering pass right in front. Fauché, the backhander, just wide. Schneider in the corner after it. Feeds it to Fauché. Fauché centering. Nobody there. Back to the point. The shot by Thompson is wide. Fauché. Now Johnson picking it up. Johnson back. There's Schneider's shot. Knocked down. Comes out to center ice. Thompson poke checked away from him. And Plattsburgh controls it into the Massena zone. Knocked down by Schneider. Schneider bangs it off the glass. Bounces into the corner. Not out. Thompson. Headman pass to Johnson by way of Fauché. Johnson stops. Takes it across the drive from the pole. Oh, glove save by Miller. He leaves it. Back out to center ice it comes. And Plattsburgh dumps it. Goes in the Massena zone. Down to about a minute left. Headman pass. Goes to the blue line. Back to the Massena zone. Chris Sidden with it. Has it poked away right in front. Oh, the shot just wide by Plattsburgh. As Chris almost got the goat's horns tonight. Here's another shot. Save made by Leary. Plattsburgh trying to keep it in there. They do. Here's another shot. Goes wide in the corner. Adams picking it up. Trying to get it out of the zone. Pokes it ahead for McCracken. Kept in at the point. Puck comes in behind the net for Sidden. 38 seconds left to play. Headman pass. McCracken. McCracken trying to feed Craner. Back to McCracken. To Parker. Parker leaves it at the blue line. Here comes McCracken. Dumps it into the Plattsburgh zone. Back to the blue line. Sidden at the point. Here's Chris Sidden with it. Trying to feed it through. The puck tied up along the boards. And it's dumped down the ice by Plattsburgh. That'll be icing. And we're down to 16 seconds. Massena's got one chance left here to score before this game, third period, gets over with and we go into overtime. If anybody would have said this was going to be a 1-1 game through all but 16 seconds of the period, third period, I would have said you're crazy. But that's been the case here, as Miller has been outstanding and Massena has had their problems. And I think we're going to have a timeout. I think seconds left. Marco Bucci will take the faceoff for Plattsburgh in their own end. Faceoff left side. Here's the drop of the puck. They jam for it. Comes to Tracy. Back to the point. Johnson to Thompson. Thompson can't control it. Kept in by Johnson. Johnson's shot. Knocked down in front. Puck comes free. They jam at it. Miller makes the save. Dumps it down the ice. That'll take care of regulation time. So Miller comes up with one more save to give him 55 through three periods. And we go to overtime. So neither team off the draw. Puck still in the circle. Controlled by Fauché. Poke checked away back out to center ice. Jeff comes back for it. Dumps it in the corner. Plattsburgh zone. Comes in behind the net. And up into the stands. And the face-off will come. Plattsburgh zone. Eric Reed trying to dump it along the boards, but it went a little too high over the glass up into the stands. Tracy will take the face-off. Johnson and Fauché out there. Thompson and Schneider. Face-off right side. Off the draw, puck still in the circle. Jamming for it, comes in behind the net. Controlled by the defenseman. Chase now starts out for Plattsburgh. Chase, shot from center ice. Goes in behind the net, right side, and Leary has to make a stop. I guess we could give him a save on that. As the puck coming, bouncing back off the glass right to Bucci, and he really was in too deep, but he did fire it at the goal, and it was stopped by Leary. So he gets the first save in overtime, and Massena and Plattsburgh both making a line change here. Kevin Craner's line coming out from Massena. 7:01 left in the overtime. Mark Jolin will take the face-off for Plattsburgh. Off the face. Puck bounce free in front. They jam at it. Leary sticks it in the corner. Puck around the boards. Parker can't control it. Goes back to the point. Dumped in behind the net. Adams. Here comes Mike Adams with it, getting it out to McCracken at center ice, leaves for Craner. Here comes Craner, breaking free by the defense, breaking in, can't get the shot off. Puck in the slot. Parker gets a whack and score! Chris Parker gets his second goal of the game in overtime, and Massena wins it early in the overtime. At less than a minute into the overtime, 2-1. And that was kind of a busted play as Kevin Craner came in and couldn't get the shot off, but Parker followed up and beat the goaltender. Jason Miller played one hell of a game. There's no doubt about that. And he played well enough to win this, but Massena coming up with a victory